What is up, everybody? Dan and the Fireman here. Today we're going to be going over two motorcycle incidences, and the first one is actually going to be handled extremely well by DDFM crew member Lunar Firefly. Now, what she did was handled her space cushion violation extremely well, and this is what I want you guys to do. The next one is going to involve a motorcycle cornering crash. Now, this is going to be a loss of traction on that rear tire, and we're going to talk about how that rear tire lost traction and how we can prevent that for ourselves. With that said, let's jump into the first one.
Dude, back the f*** off.
So just like I said in the intro, this is exactly how I want you to handle a space cushion violation. This happens quite a bit, and it feels like somebody's taking our space away from us, and that's exactly what happened. So we're gonna move forward just a little bit. We have obviously an intersection coming up. We have the red lights. We have a bunch of vehicles, and right away, because she's a smart rider, she says that she's gonna take her normal spot to the side and have a nice long escape route to my left. So that's really important because you don't know if maybe this Escalade's gonna back up. You don't know anything. So we're gonna go ahead and move off to the left because we have this big space over here where nobody's supposed to go. Obviously, you see the double yellows everywhere. So if you have to, you can escape into this nice big section. On top of that, you're gonna be able to see well ahead if you position yourself off to the side. So very good here, but that's not what's gonna happen. So right away, when she's sitting right here, like I said, good line of sight, but you also wanna have a good 360-degree cone of situational awareness. And I say cone, I don't know why I say cone, it's more like a pie. Anyways, you're gonna have situational awareness around you, and the only way you can check that is using your mirrors and doing head checks. So what she saw was something coming into her mirror a little bit too close, not something good. So this is what right here. Car looks further than it is, and that's because the field of view on a GoPro, their bumper was even with the rear tire. So this is gonna be like a space cushion violation where you have a little bubble that you wanna keep. There's not much you can do in terms of controlling what this car driver is gonna do. All you can do is control what you do. So I really like the fact that she just keeps looking back. She's okay, I see you, Mr. Car. With the movement, the car is gonna see what she's doing. And that's all she's going to do. She's going to keep an eye on this person, check the mirrors, make sure they're not creeping up, make sure they're not taking her spot. My biggest thing when it comes to somebody sharing my lane is that they're going to take off and possibly hit me. Like, who goes first? So very good on this. And then what she says, I didn't want to turn into a huge thing, so I just kept an eye on them. That's very important. A lot of people in this situation would be super pissed off, start flipping people off, start arguing, start yelling, and then we start to go into a road rage incident when at the end of the day, this is a non-issue. This is where somebody's just kind of too close, and they typically do that to other car drivers. You take a look at this Ford Explorer with this red truck. I mean, look how close they are there. And that's probably what's happening here. It just feels and looks a lot closer because we don't have a huge cage for the car behind us to kind of judge where they should be. So anyways, we're going to be moving forward like it's a non-issue, and this is exactly what I want you guys to do. She's going to go ahead and let us know of one more thing, is that they seem to got the hint and backed off. Now, it could either be the hint or that's just how they normally park behind other vehicles at a stoplight. Either way, it's not comfortable for us, and it's going to be a space cushion violation, and that's not very fun to have. So she's going to say one more thing right here. So please give motorcyclists space. If a car gets shoved forward, somehow it could easily or seriously hurt us or even kill us. And what she's saying right there is the person behind her, if someone was even further behind and was running it and didn't apply the brakes and hit that car, we're going to get hit too. So that's what she's really concerned about. But at the end of the day, handled it very well, and there's no more issues whatsoever. And we're going to have a good ride after this. motorcycle cornering crash. I just want to say thank you once again to Lunar Firefly for that first video. That was actually sent to me on the Discord, and I'm able to utilize it for a teaching moment. So guys, if you would like to join the absolutely 100% free Discord with the best online motorcycle community in the world, click the link that's in the description or the first comment, and you are invited. With that said, let's jump into this one. So if you watch the original video, you're going to notice that this motorcycle rider is actually going back and forth, going through the twisties, kind of a high rate of speed, whether for him or for the bike or for the road. Either way, it's a little bit higher here. So we're going to watch a little bit further coming up here, and he does have good body positioning. I'm going to go ahead and pause it on one spot right here. Does have good body positioning, he does have good vision, and I'm assuming he has good primary controls, counter steering, and everything. I'm pretty sure he's handling things very well. The one thing I want you guys to understand is that we should not do that out here in the twisties, in the mountains. I mean, just take a look. You have a huge drop off the cliff. You have this cliff face right here that could be blocking sun, blocking traffic, blocking everything. And you know that you're going to have oncoming traffic because you have the double yellow. That means nobody's going to be hopefully passing around these blind curves, but that also means that there's oncoming traffic. So like I said, he has good body positioning and good everything so far. He's got good vision, but then right about here, he's going to lose a little bit of traction on that rear tire. You see how it jumps up right there? Now, how do we lose traction on rear tires? Well, there could be a huge amount of factors here. I mean, just take a look at the road. The road is not a good condition, so an external force could take away traction from that rear tire. It could be low PSI. It could be damage to the tire riding up to this point. Maybe you got a nail, so it's starting to lose pressure. Or it could be just the normal factor here of too much speed for the turn that we're going into. Now, guys, remember, traction is basically friction, okay? So you need to have weight on something to cause yourself to have some traction. Now, if you accelerate, which is more throttle, or decelerate, which is rolling off the throttle, or brake pressure, or turning, so any type of turning too. So those three things dictate how much traction you have. So make sure you ride well below your limits just in case there's any type of external factor in the road, or even the fact that you might have lost some skill because of ego or whatever it is, and you gave it too much that you're typically used to, or slammed the brakes because of a panic. So right here though, I want you guys to see he's going to lose traction, and his foot's actually going to touch the ground, and that right there is going to see how it launches back. It only takes that much traction of your foot to touch the ground to get launched back. That's going to cause him to lose balance, and then he's going to fall and dump the bike. But let's go ahead and scroll back. You guys seen crashes all the time on the live stream, so there's no real reason to show you the actual crash. If you want to, check the link in the description. You can see the full video. But real quick, look at the conditions involved here. You know, we have a drop off earlier, but now we have a wall here. We have a cliffside right here. Let's say going 60 miles per hour into the side of a wall. Very dangerous, very bad. This is why we go to a track. We remove as many dangerous factors as possible. So a wall right here running right into it could cause severe injury. We also have tar snakes. We also have painted lines. We also have oncoming traffic. We also have cliff sides that block the sun and then shoots the sun right in our eyes. We have so many different factors here that can contribute to the crash. And out on a track, they're going to minimize as much as possible. Less tar snakes, hopefully no painted lines. There's not going to be a brick wall. There's not going to be a cliff side. There's not going to be any of this stuff. And it's going to reduce as much as possible. So if you do push the limits, if you go above what your traction's able to do, if you're going above your own riding ability and you do low side or you do crash, you're not going to run into the wall. You're going to have a nice runoff. You're going to have a big wide open area. You're going to have an ambulance standing by just in case something happened. You're going to have all these different things to hopefully change the outcome of a crash. It's not going to change the fact that you do crash, but hopefully it's going to change and mitigate some of those risks. So guys, don't push it so hard out in the mountains. Make sure you focus on riding well below your limits. That way, in case something does happen, you still have some buffer space, like a space cushion. If you would like to have more interaction with me and other DDFM crew members like Lunar Firefly, make sure you join the live streams. We stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays every week. It's for 2 hours, and we're going to have a good conversation, talk about crashes, talk about our days and everything. Okay, guys? With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll be seeing you on the Discord.